This is your weekly celestial forecast for the week beginning October 9th, 2023. And on Monday, the 9th of October, we've got the moon in Leo. And Leo, what is Leo? Leo is the fifth house. It's very creative and extremely expressive. It is also very generous, warm hearted, and Leo loves the show. So, starting off the week with the moon in Leo, we may feel like we want to show off our talents a little bit, maybe a little bit with exaggeration, but certainly with Leo, this is a very generous connection. So we are feeling either emotionally, financially, however, very generous and expressive, rather dynamic on Monday. We just want to let people know who we are, but that is a good thing. However, there is a square off with the unexpected planet Uranus retrograde in Taurus. And right now, with the moon in Leo squaring off the unusual, the unexpected planet of Uranus, well, what is, first of all, the moon? The moon is connected with the masses, the public eye, the collective. And Uranus is always about that which is unusual, unique, unexpected, unpredictable. And both Taurus and Leo are fixed signs. So we're going to have to be careful, especially now because we've got Uranus, the unpredictable planet, retrograde. So this planet now is not at its best. We will have to be cautious of unexpected conflicts and stubborn behavior because, yes, keep in mind, Taurus is kind of that of the bully, and Leo is also that which is a fixed sign and a fire sign. So Leo is not going to take kindly to the connection with Uranus and Taurus. So on Monday, be careful of unexpected conflicts, yes, tensions, and also, yes, because Uranus is retrograde and the moon is the collective, and Uranus to some degree is also because it is the ruler of Aquarius. So this is going to be kind of some tensions, frustrations connected with groups, connected with anything and everything that deals with the public between the moon squaring Uranus now. And also because the Uranus here is in the sign of Taurus, which is connected with our Earth. There could be rather large volcanoes or earthquakes. We're talking fire with Uranus and Taurus and the Earth. So these issues are going to become prominent very much on Monday. So if you can temper some of the tensions, that will be channeled into most likely a more creative and productive and expressive outlet. Now, we also, on the other hand, have a beautiful sextile air and fire connection between the South Node, Mars. Well, the moon is applying a sextile to Mars, the planet of action, and the sun in Libra. And Libra is like Leo, it's rather expressive. And Libra is of balance, it is cooperation, it is harmony. So on Monday, this is very good for writing. It's very good for all forms of artistic expression. And what else is Libra? Libra is the seventh house. And Libra is very social, very connected with other people. Libras sometimes feel alone if they don't have that connection with others and getting the input with others and creating that balance, kind of a bouncing around of ideas. And so that is what Monday will also be about. We want to get others' input on our ideas, creativity, projects, business, what have you. And also, Libra is connected with the seventh house and legalities, court, legal issues, the public eye. So, with the sextile with Libra and Leo, there may be some good news regarding something legal, legal contracts. Also, may be a time with this Leo Libra connection that which deals with celebrities, a notary, uh, uh, notorious, individuals and celebrities and the like. But this is a time we want to cooperate with each other, even though things may get out of hand with the moon in Leo, Uranus in Taurus. With Libra, the accent is on getting along and appreciating beauty and appreciation for the social graces. So that would be an accent on Monday. And also because Mars is in its later degrees of Libra, this is what is called making an out of sign aspect, another sextile with 0 degrees Venus, the planet of love in Virgo. So Mars is always about action and Venus is always about love. So Mars is heading into the very intense sign of Scorpio, and Mars rules Scorpio and Aries. So Mars is going from its detriment, it's not at its best in the planet of Libra, and it's all about, hey, let's balance out all the information, let's kind of cooperate and get along, harmonize with each other, to then the intensity of Scorpio. So midweek, our action is going to change somewhat from kind of wanting to please to that which is about becoming more intense and possibly taking more secretive actions and so on. And so with the sextile to Venus, the planet of love and affection, this kind of tempers this connection with Mars and secretive, passionate Scorpio with a more sensible approach. So Mars will certainly be rather deep, yes, as it is connected with the sign of Scorpio, but with Venus in a very sensible Virgo, this kind of takes a little bit of the intensity out and replaces it with a little bit more in the way of some sensibility and common sense, if you will. In so many words, Mars may not get carried away with drama, and that's what our sense is going to be this week. We don't want to get carried away with the drama and the emotionalism, although Mars will be moving on to and having the influence on Monday of Scorpio. Yes. And there's also an out of sign trine between Mars and Saturn that's extremely positive, even Saturn retrograde in Pisces for hard work and strong focus, because Mars, although it's in the latter degree of Libra, has this Scorpio effect, very focused, very intense, very driven. So starting off on Monday, we're going to start to feel a little bit of that sense of intensity and drive, but expressed compassionately, because Mars is going into a water sign as Saturn is in Pisces. So we are expressing ourselves through our compassion, kindness, and understanding, and that is a good thing. And also, this is going to be positive for anything to do with medical, because we're talking the 8th house connected with the 12th house Saturn. So we may hear of some information regarding charity, medical news, that which deals with a lot of compassion, emotion, and sensitivity. But we also have Venus, the planet of love, in opposition with Saturn. And always, Saturn is about duty, it's about responsibility. So our focus is going to be very much on creating the balance in our life between responsibility and really expressing what our needs are, because that's Virgo. Virgo's, very analytical. It's very practical. Virgo wants to dissect the details, and so we're going to kind of be caught up on Monday with some of the details, and this could cause a little bit of a frustration with in this opposition with responsible Saturn, serious-minded Saturn, and Venus in Virgo. So on Monday, we don't want to get too fussy or too over or hypercritical about details. We just want to do some digging and research, and that will give us a positive outlook. But with this Pisces and Virgo connection with Venus and Saturn, it's also a good day to do some investigating and some digging. To add to that, with the sextile with Venus and Mars out of sign in late Libra, and Mars in late Libra, almost into Scorpio, and Saturn retrograde in Pisces. So Monday is research, it's hard work, it's exploration and investigation. And Pisces is retrograde now, still in the sign, or I should say Neptune is retrograde now, still in the sign of Pisces. And with this retrograde Neptune, we still have to be mindful of issues with water, moisture, minerals, mysteries, and the like. Still the sextile to Uranus, so we have a very unique approach to figuring out certain things that need to be figured out, like issues regarding water, mysteries, medical, you name it. That's that connection with Neptune and Uranus. Jupiter is still retrograde in the sign of Taurus, and the moon is just past that. So remember, Jupiter is always about big deals. So with Jupiter and Taurus retrograde, we will have to be very cautious of this need to exaggerate. And because Jupiter is in a financial sign of Taurus and it's retrograde, we will have to keep an eye on our finances, or that deals with second house, our values, anything to do with our speech, culinary, and so on, and not to let things get out of hand regarding money or anything to do with that which deals in the second house, our values, exaggerating our opinions, and so on, because also the second house deals with speech. Now let's move on now to the next day, which is Tuesday. Yes, indeed, it is Tuesday, October 10th, and now the moon is meeting up with sensible Venus in Virgo. And that's good because this is giving us a little bit more grounding on Tuesday and not getting away with drama as stated for the day before. We now have a bit of an earth accent with the moon in Virgo, Venus in Virgo, Pluto late in Capricorn and retrograde, and Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, although they are retrograde. So, although there's not a grand trine yet until late Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, this still gives us this sense of really kind of keeping to hard work. And what else is Earth? Well, it's connected with our finances. So this is very good. We may have some good financial news on Tuesday. It's a good time to deal with those in authority, as yet we have this Uranus and Pluto trine, although both retrograde. So we may have a rather unique and unexpected or unusual approach to authority, which is a positive, or our sense of authority and our approach to being in a position of authority is rather unusual, but very intelligent. And with the moon on Tuesday with Venus. Well, what is Venus? Venus is love. It's about our affection. And with the moon there in Virgo, this can be a little bit of a chilly placement with Virgo. Not quite as generous and warm-hearted as with the sign of Leo. But with the moon in Virgo, although it is a rather, yes, it's a little bit of a cold placement as far as our expression in love, it is very grounded and complemented with Venus. So this is a good day to really kind of look at love and affection in a very grounded type of light, kind of appreciating the creature comforts, kind of appreciating love from a more practical, intelligent standpoint. And our style of love and affection on Tuesday is about what? It's about service. It's about duty, because that is what Virgo is about. It's about our service to others and being very sensible, taking the intelligent approach. So, although it's not really overtly affectionate, it is tempered with Venus in the moon and pleasing others and doing for others and adding compassion and understanding. So this is very positive connection with both Venus and the moon on Tuesday, even if not overly showy. So let's move on to the next day, which is then Wednesday. And now the moon is further along in the sign of Virgo and now past the connection, the conjunction with Venus. But now the moon is making a sweet trine to Jupiter. Oh, that's so positive on Tuesday. So we're feeling rather good because remember on Wednesday with the moon in Virgo, it's, as always, very grounded, very intelligent. We want to find answers, and that's going to be about Wednesday. We want to figure out what our research is going to produce. What answers can we find? It's about health, it's about wellness, it's about diet, it's about exercise, and what else is Virgo? Virgo, on Wednesday is hard work. So Monday, late Monday, Tuesday, but especially Tuesday and Wednesday, it's going to be all about really uh, digging our heels in and working hard late at the office. But it's not without its rewards, because with the moon in intelligent research, analytical, disseminating Virgo, with this sweet connection with Jupiter, even retrograde, it's really good for getting, yes, good job news. It's good for producing money. So we may find we have good results with our investments. It could be connected with real estate, what have you, because on Wednesday, this is a very intelligent and sensible connection. And it doesn't hurt that Jupiter with that trine really likes to exaggerate and bring in the good things. So this is also a time on Wednesday we may have this desire, because we may have some good money news on Wednesday. We want to spend. But remember, uh, the moon is also applying this opposition with nebulous retrograde Neptune. So we may feel like, gosh, we got some good money news on Wednesday and we want to spend. We're feeling rather, well, kind of happy go lucky, because that's the trine with Jupiter. But the trick here is to what? Keep our feet on the ground, save for the rainy day, and not get carried away, because once the moon makes that opposition on uh, Thursday to Neptune, well, we may regret that maybe we went a little overboard in our spending on Wednesday. So let's look forward to the next day, which is now, yes, Thursday. So, yes, we have to watch our spending on Wednesday, because on Thursday we may regret the overspending in a pinch. And now we do have this opposition between on Thursday with the moon in Virgo and Neptune. So that's kind of shading the facts a little bit. Either we are told information we are going to want to analyze Virgo, or there's going to be information that we are going to have to be clear about. So our speech, our communication in all forms on Thursday is going to be a little bit mixed up. So when we talk, when we write, discuss, what have you, make sure we make sure we are very clear with regards to the facts, and that is going to be what is important. But also, as always, we're talking sixth house by the 12th house, so we're back to that theme on Thursday with mysteries and secrets. And with Virgo, yes, Virgo has to figure out what the answers are. It's also going to be the day connected with sixth house by 12th house matters. We're talking health and wellness. We are talking investigations. And now that we've got Mars, the planet of action, in its ruler of Scorpio, from Wednesday on, our thoughts are going to become a little bit more intense now. So it takes us out of this detriment of Mars in Libra to the passionate, focused sign of Scorpio. And Scorpio is all about depth. And although there is not a connection on Thursday with the moon in Virgo, it is still yet Virgo with the Mars action planet now in deep, focused, investigative Scorpio. And that is important, because starting on late Wednesday, Thursday, we really want to get to the bottom of an issue. we're going to just dig until we find out those answers. And that's what both Virgo and Scorpio are connected with, even though there is no traditional aspect here. 25 degrees of the moon in Virgo and 0 degrees critical Mars in Scorpio. But from late Wednesday, uh, Thursday, especially Thursday onward, there's going to be something publicly and privately in our lives that we need to get answers on. And that is what this connection is with starting on Thursday. What is it that we need to get to the bottom of? And Venus is also making that sextile yet to Mars as well. So we want to investigate without getting lost in the drama, and that's what's important here. And also, Mars, the planet of action, is making a sextile to Saturn. That's very grounded. This week is going to be all about hard work because it's Mars and Scorpio making a sweet trying to dutiful Saturn, and also Virgo, Scorpio, and Pisces are all connected with the 6th house, 8th house, 12th house. So this week, there's going to be focus on that theme again of health, wellness. There could be some issues coming out now about health care, hospitals, and what else is 8th house? It's about endings, it's about beginnings, passion, and anything that deals with the 8th house, passion, intensity, that which deals with authorities, whether it's government, whether it's anybody dealing with authority. And so with Mars and Scorpio, this is extremely intense. So for the coming week, we're going to be dealing a lot with passion and extremes of passion and intensity. Focus. So look for a lot of this in the news and a lot with the other connection that deals with digging, investigative work, because Mars is now in its own sign connected with Scorpio, and with this out of sign square off with powerhouse Pluto, that which rules authorities, those in power, and power, our personal power, not just those that are in power. This and power structures, anything to do with structure, this is going to get a little bit out of hand. And this will be some cause for tension and disagreement with this square off between Mars, the action planet in its own, and Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. So intensity of disagreements, maybe even upheavals connected with those in positions of power and authority and power structure. And look for that, especially on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. These are going to be very powerful days for talk of power in general. And as far as we are concerned, we have to not overstep our sense of power or get into conflicts with those in positions of authority or power. If we can do that, take a hint from the Libra and focus more on harmony, then that will create more of a benefit for us later on in the week. And we're going to move forward a day, and we're now into officially the weekend. Mars is now at 1 degree of Scorpio, and now the moon is in Libra. Yes. So although the intensity is yet in the air on Friday, it's all about what? It's all about our social graces. So this is good because the moon in Libra is going to kind of add some levity, brevity on Friday to our communications with each other. We don't want to get too wrapped up in drama or intensity, passion, and so on. Yes, it's good because we still have this issue that needs to be looked into that's really capturing our attention on Friday. But with the moon in Libra, we just kind of want to take it easy. We want to communicate. We want to connect with each other. And with this emphasis now, South Node, Sun, Mercury, and now the moon in Libra, we just want to get along with each other. And there may be some news that comes out on Friday that deals with the courts, legal issues, and so on with this Libra stellium on Friday, even going into Saturday. And for pretty much most of this weekend, there may be a issue of fairness, justice, balance, and you're going to get a lot of opinions this weekend, what people feel about issues. We kind of have to interact with each other to try to bounce ideas with each other to figure out the right from the wrong, the good from the bad, kind of our personal bias, our personal opinions, without getting too lost in conflict or drama. There's those keywords again. So that's what Libra is about. So it's going to be kind of, as we move into Friday, a time of really wonderful interactions with each other. It's a kind of a time where we are connected with each other, and that can be on a grand scale connected with the masses. So Friday, Saturday, it's all about cooperating with each other, kind of power in numbers, getting with each other, and moving forward into the future, and really kind of possibly, hopefully here, kind of wanting to respect others' boundaries. However, the sun and the south node, but especially the sun here, because of course the sun is always in direct motion, is applying a square off with Pluto. So although we are in a very cooperative mode, we've got the sun, and within a couple days, the moon applying a square off to Pluto, the authority power planet. And let's look ahead to Saturday. Yes, and on Saturday, we have for the 14th now, a tighter connection in the sign of Libra, and as stated, it's going to be kind of a Libra effect, if you will, over this weekend. We are really kind of binding together, and we've got Mars still kind of trying to figure out about certain somethings that are catching our attention, something issues, what have you, that we really need to look into. So that's kind of overshadowing this Libra. Let's get along. Let's just be detached. Let's communicate. Let's socialize. But this is really good because it's all about really working together, creating beauty and balance. And that's what Saturday is going to be about. We really want to either beautify maybe our surroundings, we want to beautify ourselves, we want to beautify whatever it is. Because of our words, we want to create pleasant and peaceful surroundings. But this is all good with this Libra stellium over the weekend. And then finally, we're going to go into the last day officially of the week. And now the sun is further along in the sign of Libra, still this Libra emphasis. Oh boy, but on Sunday, the moon is now connecting up with Mars. And oh boy, especially with the moon, its ruler is Cancer, which is a water sign. And now With the moon in Scorpio, it's all about similar to the rulership of the moon in Cancer, now connecting up with the ruler of Mars, Scorpio. Oh boy, on Sunday we are getting deep. Now, this is where there could be this sense of drama, this sense of passion. Yes, luckily for the moon, there's a sextile with intelligent Venus in Virgo. So that kind of helps us to avoid some, and I do emphasize some of the drama on Sunday, because you see, we have a Mars moon conjunction making an out of sign square to retrograde Pluto. So on Sunday, the volume emotionally is really going to be turned up. And as we have an applying square off with Uranus here over the next couple days, again, we come back to issues with the earth, volcanoes, we've got big earthquakes, and Scorpio, kind of like Taurus, is a fixed sign, and with the moon there ruling the collective and applying a opposition with expansive Jupiter. Well, this can be kind of a double-edged sword, because on one hand, it's about our passion, somewhat getting carried away with this Mars and Moon conjunction, and making this out of sign square to Pluto on Sunday, and this expansive Jupiter. And within, say, a couple days, then you're going to have the opposition with Uranus. So Sunday is just passion day. It is, yes, it is connected with a certain degree of drama. And it's also about depth. So there could be some kind of big secret or mystery that comes about on Sunday, because we do have a trine between the moon, Mars, and Saturn in Pisces. And this square off with Pluto in Aquarius, because Pluto's retrograde now. Excuse me, Pluto in Capricorn, and this is about what the past, and Saturn is in Pisces about the past, and the depositor is Neptune. So there could be some historic find on Sunday, or some big mystery, something unknown that either one we're trying to figure out about, or two, that has been unearthed or come to light. Nonetheless, because of this Virgo, Scorpio, Mars, and uh, Moon in Scorpio, we really are feeling focused, and we're going to really be focused on our work as well. Do not get into any big deals, especially with Jupiter on the block here. Having an opposition applied to it from both Mars and the moon in Scorpio. We don't want to get out of hand, either in speech or in actions, because again, we've got the moon in Scorpio, and the moon is connected with what? The collective, the masses. And by Monday late and Tuesday, wow, these next couple days and ending up on Sunday are going to be, to say the least, very eventful. And we must not take subversive actions either, because that's also what Mars and the moon in Scorpio is about. We want to be upfront, but it's all about investigations and really going behind the scenes to figure it out. But hey, with Saturn retrograde in Pisces and this intelligent Venus in Virgo, and applying a trine within days to Jupiter, this may help to temper some of our reactions. But nonetheless, with Scorpio kind of ruling the block right now, well, we have to really take a hint again this week from the detached, uh, very social, cooperative Libra, and we just have to understand and really react without emotions. And it's a hint more on having peace than having, well, discord. And that is going to be the question for Sunday, for the last day of the week. And until next weekly celestial report forecast, many blessings. If you'd like to get in touch with me, my contact information is down below. I give one-on-one readings and written reports. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell notification. Until next time, many, many blessings.